What are we going to find and recover today? City Creek hunting event. Man alive. What's up with the silt on the leaves on these trees out here? You know? About 8 feet off the ground. About 20 feet higher than the top of the creek. And I'm not talking about the bank. What the heck happened out here? Her name is Helene. I didn't know a place like this can turn into an instant lake. Man, them laws in nature, they're crazy, man. Let's go jump in this waterway, see what we can find in the City Creek. I mean, think about it. I mean, when the waterway gets this high and flows in one direction, it acts as its own, let's not call it a lawnmower, let's call it a combing device where they comb over the grass. I'm trying to find a way in, man. Man, alive. Wonder what's going to be in this thing today. Everything's covered in brown. Everything's covered in silt, man. Are you excited? I don't know yet. I mean, this particular creek, I mean, it's hit or miss. It's used a lot of modern stuff. Hold on, I don't want to slip and fall. It's a lot of like modern stuff though. I mean, there's not hardly any kind of like major ancient stuff though. But it's mostly sandy, that's the issue. I mean, we'd probably find a lot of ancient pieces if it was like gravel. But this ancient creek right here, man, hold on, Jaro. I'm trying to find a way in. Start at the bottom and work my way up to the top, and then work my way backwards. Please tell me there's a way in. Oh, there is, kinda. Look at the bulldozer effect out here. Man, wonder how many log jams I'm gonna have to crawl around, climb through. All right, let's go ahead and get in safely. At least I did find this. A shield penny. Good start to the day, I guess. All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in this thing. All right, get to looking around. We got a little bit of a distance to cover. Here we are in almost mid-October. We don't have a lot of time. Sunset set like 7-Eleven. I'm not about to be going to some 7-Eleven to fill up on the Steel Reserve. Waters are kind of cold. Got the Braves Crocs on. I was too lazy to put on the boots. Oh, they're ducks. Scared the crap out of me. I thought it was a dog. That quacking sounded like a roof, 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 roof. Then I heard the splashing. There's a razor blade. We don't want that. They turn things over for real. I could tell they turned things over. Tell me they got some superheroes and stuff out here. Little toys and stuff. Please tell me they got some bottles from the 1880s intact. Some soles of some shoes we can collect. There is some kind of flag right here. You can tell it's fabric. Is it from the Civil War? Oh, there's a crap load of turkey vultures over here. Huh. Wonder if they got something caught up on the side. Well, that's where the ducks were too. I guess they were all chilling in the same spot. And then they see us come by and they all start taking off and whatever. They like to hang out where things are, if you know what I mean. There they go flying off. Yeah, there's a whole team of them over here. Look at that. There's like 5 up in the tree over here. There's like 6 or 7 over here on the side. Oh, they've been tearing something up out here. Look at their little paw prints. I mean, they're... Is it okay if I pass out here, guys? I don't mean, you know... Well, I know you're going to say there's something out there. So far, it's been nothing but the fanciful art. I got the stash in my right hand. At least it doesn't smell out here like the typical City Creek smell you get after just stagnant waters and stuff. Yeah, these babies out here have been stepping all over the place. They must have been trying to tear the club up for some reason. One little object of life, or whatever you want to call it, they attract a lot of these big ones out here. Let's say, look around. That thing could be anywhere. I don't know why they're up there though. I guess the deer might have been caught up. Maybe they're just, I don't know. I'm trying to tiptoe because they all climbed up in the same tree. Look at that, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1,000, 1,900. Hey, what you got going on over here? You mind if I ask? You mind if I pass? Is there like a, you see anything ancient over here? Oh, well, they do see something. Another masterpiece of a sort of metal. Dang, bro. They're up above too. Oh, well, never mind. There it is over there. Okay. My bad, guys. Let me go ahead and scoot on through here. Man, we might have something real nice right here when it comes to the art. Man, I'm hoping I can find some kind of ancient stuff today, man. I know they turned this joker around like tenfold. First time since 2009 or something like that. I need to collect more than just the art pieces and bottles if I come across them. But when it comes to stuff like this, heck yeah, man. Look at that. Painting has been made. Let me go ahead and grab it. It's a big thing. Hitting it right today when it comes to the art. Nothing ancient yet. That usually comes later when I get to some of the more monumental gravel bars. There's a bone. Heck is this? It looks artistic. Oh, it's dried paint. Would you look at that? Another great thing about the dry paint, when you let it dry in the can, it's like you take out the mold within it, you know? Look at that bottle, man. The paint is the bottle. Huh. Maybe that's new Da Vinci style concept when you think about it. The paint is the bottle. That's cool right there. It's going to weigh a ton. Here's the stash so far in the past 40 minutes. Typical things, you know, dried paint. Part of puzzle art, you know. Finally found my first character in the water. She's kind of busted on the backside. Cool. Add these things to the bag for real. That's like a shelf thing right there. And then I got to pick up this thing right here. No, not this. Already saw this. Flattened. But this masterpiece right here, I kicked this joker over. This thing was covered in silt, and I knew what it was. That linoleum type stuff you find on the countertops and along the walls and stuff like that back in like the good old days. And it's a beachy on the other side. Look at that. It looks like it could have been part of a countertop, maybe a bathtub outfitting. Maybe it's got that lip on it. But that's a nice one for real. I'm gonna have to make my stashes today. You know, stack things up on the side to come back and gather later when I'm headed on out of here. Let's hope we get plenty of sun today so we can see what we have to recover out here in the water. So far, everything on the left or on opposite sides has been in the shadows, so it's been kind of hard to see. I'm just checking over here. These elevated zones. Gotta look at everything. I mean, I think I might have found something. I don't know. Here, there's an old school glass syringe from like the 30s. I mean, anything out of place, you know, like that. That could have been something from the ancient times. They were extremely artistic out here. Oh boy. I wonder how many deep zones I'm gonna have to go through today just to find the most significant, that is. But get a load of this little piece of soil that I found. I don't know if it's a rock or what. It's scraping off a little bit, but I thought this could have been some kind of... It's hollowed off on the inside of it though, you know? All the way through. It's hard as... Well, it's not really... It's like soft sandstone. I mean, it'll scrape off in certain locations. You can see how it's just like rubbing off my finger a little bit. It's probably nothing though. I mean, it's probably nothing. I think I might have found my first piece of pottery. It's right there. I'm looking. I got to figure out a way to get it. We got some good eyes, don't we, man? It's 1:45, man. I can't believe it's already almost 2 o'clock. You're going to ask, what time did you get out there? About 12:15. It takes a long time to cover a lot of sandy soil when you're walking against the current. There's something here. It could be a toy. You're going to say, forget about that and get the ancient piece of pottery. Oh, look at that. Another savior for today. Another save to add to the list. Just like a baseball, the closer, you know. Another save. I know it's probably part of a top of a shampoo bottle or something. Cool little character. Nothing but the ladies today. They can play with each other, you know. Little tea parties, whatever. Look at that. Mid-October sun. The way things go out here, I won't be surprised if this is going to be our only short of pottery for today. That is, if it is what it is. I see some kind of scratch design on it, glistening within the sun. It's got a curve on it. Would you look at that? Okay, good. All right, there's one at least. You're gonna say, check this thing. It's a broken CD. It's got a message on it. It's not broken. It's a keychain. Look at that. Mel loves pumpkin. Quite the recovery, man. Now you can see why I come out to the city creeks, man. You just don't ever know what you're going to find. Is that salvageable? Oh, look at that. That's like a Da Vinci style bottle, man. Look at that. Wow, look at that. That's like psychedelic, fellas. Look at that. This stuff on the inside is moving like opposite direction, then it combines with like psychedelic, man. Look at that. Is that old school Goldschlager? No, that ain't old Goldschlager. Look at that though, bro. Psychedelic. That's cool right there, man. Let me go ahead and add this, man. This bag's getting jam-packed with nothing but a bunch of crap. Oh my God, get off my arm, biting fly. That rhymed. But this thing right here. You talk about Da Vinci style and that thing is intact too. Uh-oh, the front wheel is broken. I guess somebody had a little bit too much fun. His wheel's about to fall off. He doesn't even know it, man. Got to be careful riding on that 285. You don't know what kind of concrete speed bumps you're going to hit out there that keep developing over the course of the last 40 years, man. They need to fix that stuff for real. Look, you have a rock in your head. And I can't get it out. I guess I'm going to have to save that for later. Well, at least it's somewhat intact, but it's blue. Cool. Another fully intact bottle up in here. Hold on, let me wash it off. It was in the sandbar behind it. What's that? It's got orange on it. Hope that doesn't float away. That's another linoleum art piece right there. It's got some good orange on it. Hold on. I got a complete Pepsi bottle right here. It's old school. It's not ancient though. It's vintage. It's intact. It's embossed. It's got the Pepsi logo on it. Probably from the 70s or 80s. I don't know. It'd be lovely if that orange leaf right there, that orange and brown leaf was an intact blade from 7,000 years ago. See, that's just like random. No return, no deposit. Now, you know when you're in a Cedar Creek when you see a roll of tape, red masking tape, go down the creek. That's when you know you're in a Cedar Creek right there, man. Not funny. Cool little stash up in here. Doggy chew toy, look at that. I don't know why I would collect it, man. Just, it's funny. Just toss it in the bag, I guess. Got a little baby doll arm. Looks like it came from one of my paintings. Sitting on the rock. We'll talk about this later. Well, I keep finding the arms. Well, I have been for the longest time. But a couple more interesting items right here. I think we got a pole nub right here. I think it's made of stone or something. Never found something made of stone. It could be a bead, guys. Don't bust it, man. I don't know. I think it's made of like stone. Could be porcelain. Imagine if this was a bead. Look at the work on the back. Maybe it's just hard plastic. What a bummer, man. Dang it. Everything looks like sand out here. I mean, stone out here, man. And of course, they're still making them. You're gonna crap your drawers when you see this one, though. They're still making this stash. I almost crapped my drawers when I walked up on this orange thing right here. Looks like a Guilford point. No matter where we go, we're always going to find evidence that they're still making stuff, you know. Probably a piece of rubber, maybe just part of the earth. Yeah, it's not a rock, it's the same material as this stuff right here. But they molded this thing into a blade. Try not to bust it. Last little recovery before I go through this part right here. I see a lot of green, which means it might be kind of deep all the way through. You're talking about maybe about 145, 150 feet. I'm hoping it's not going to be as deep as it looks though. But here's my last little recovery. Some tabletop thingamabob probably went on top of something else. Little decorative piece for the kids. Seems like the most abundant toy I find is going to be either Spider-Man or Dora the Explorer. Yeah, that's as deep as I thought it was going to be. It's been past the knees the entire time. It's well up to the chest over here on this side. You see that green, you know it's deep. I'll do anything for ancient history, but I haven't found but one single piece yet. An impossible drilled pipe out of clay soil. No, man, don't tell me I'm gonna have to climb out. Climb out of what? How? Man, alive. I can't be getting the undies wet out here, man. There's got to be a way around, man. I know you're saying there's no way around. Let me think about it, man. I ain't getting out of this thing. I got to keep going. I wonder how many times I'm going to have to do this today. We can't be cut short today. I'm out here for the long haul. I'm always out for the long haul. Dang, man. Look at that. Any soapstone pots, bowls. Just don't lose your footing on the rock. Look at me. Look at me, man. Do anything for ancient stuff, man. I know you're going to say, but you never find it. I find what I'm allowed to find. What I'm able to find. Let me get around this thing right here. Beavers have not been keeping up with their work, their job. Maybe they're just swimming. Man, would you look at that? Imagine if you couldn't even see what you're getting yourself into, man. Look at that. You know that thing. Yeah, I can see the bottom. It's up to the neck up in here. It's probably at least 5.5, 6 feet deep up in here. What the heck do I do to myself? Would I still be doing this in the dead of winter when I have waders that just go up to the waist, man? Imagine if I slipped. I gotta get around on the right, or this side over here. Oh, dang. They dug it out deep. They should have dug out the dang paleo, archaic pieces and stuff. You're gonna say, Da Vinci, man, you better concentrate. I'm always in deep concentration. It's mesmerizing. See, it keeps you focused on what not to do out here. Dang, bro. It's never been like this out here, man. As far as I remember, man. You're gonna say, good luck climbing out if you have to. We're still not home free, man, when I get around this. Imagine getting all the way up here and find out that you have to go all the way back. No can do. It's deep all the way through. It's probably at least, I don't know. I mean, there's boulders, so it's hard to see how deep it is. I mean, no matter what, it's still going to be up to the waist at a minimum. I can't go all the way back. I'm going to have to climb out with like a 20-pound bag and a gallon of water and giant puzzle pieces, man. Oh, crap. The heck, man, how am I going to climb out of this thing here? Where's the rope at? Got a load of this art piece made by the birds out here. You'll never believe it. Look at a turtle that they made out here. The outline of it. What kind of turtle is that? They don't have a typical turtle head. They got the triangular shaped head. I forgot what kind of turtle that is. There's the right arm. There's the left one. There's the back of the shell. There's the tail right here. And then there goes the little back right leg, and here goes the back left. It's the deer stepped on that one. Very cool find indeed. I wonder if that's a sea turtle. I don't know. Question is it doable? If it is, we better hurry our butts up to get on to the other side. Well, there's no other side, just further up. This is quite the pileup. Look at all the lumber in here. I just passed a structural thing back here, about 15 feet long. Looked like it was a 1 by 1, maybe 1.5 by 1.5 square timber. This is kind of cool though. It's almost as if the laws of nature, they built something for us to walk on. All the wooden stuff out here, man, tangled up with one another. Look at that. It's like they built something for us, like a structure to walk on. I know it's kind of like, let's not say it's amateur, but if we get past this thing with no issue. Hold on, got my left leg stuck and turned around, and there's a blade right there. Anything for history, man, and I gotta come back the same way. Heck yeah, best piece of metal so far today. Check that one out. I'm definitely recovering this thing right here. It's some kind of paint, plastic, melted. It's not a rock. Look at that masterpiece right here. It's like melted plastic that's like fractured, layered on top of each other. That's a weird find, for real. Never found anything like that before, but this thing right here, you're gonna say, Da Vinci, you gotta recover that thing too. Look at that. Oh, it's missing a wheel. Yeah, cool little toy. I'm definitely recovering that. I gotta get out another bag, get out, you know. And this thing here, that's it, man. Dig out what's in my right pocket. Hold on. I found this in the last sandbar. Hold on. Sort of soapstone bowl, kind of rough. And then I guess that's some kind of sugar quartz blade that they were working on. I don't know if it's a legit blade, just broken. It looks like it is a blade. Man alive. That's why I'm having to go up to these gravel bars. Watch it be more than you could ever imagine, man. I'm going through all these challenges with 3 hours left to get out of here, man. Zigzagging through the landscape. And I gotta come back the same way, man. I gotta come back the same way too. I keep forgetting. When you go forward in time like that, you gotta come back the same route. Which means I gotta go through that same little ditch I just left out of. Climb through the deer zones out here. Hope I don't kill anything. Any innocent plants. Yeah, they were. Oh man, finally made it to the dry creek right here, man. Another one. Hope I can just step on down like the deer do. I ain't in the mood to be sliding. Dang, they washed this out too. It was a lot more shallow than this. But we're home free, I guess. I know there's gonna be more deep zones, but we gotta hurry up and get going. 4 o'clock, man. Oh boy, what a day. So far, nothing but muddy soils. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, you know. I mean, it's a good thing because I don't have to look in it. It's a bad thing because I'm looking for things like this, you know, places like this and places like that. I'm in a hurry, of course I am. I'm anxious. Beautiful, minus that's the trash. 13 seconds later, exactly what I came out here for, kind of. I know they're just busted. Right next to each other, one here and one here. I think this is another one. No, it's not. What smells so fresh out here? It smells like those flowers. Dude, man, this is like the 5th one out here. What's going on here? They're all different types, though. Little kid toys and stuff, man. Dump truck? Cool, man. I'm a child. They know I'm a child in heaven. In the Almighty's heavenly places, I see some lightness. Could that be a piece? No, it's part of a stove or like some gas burning device. See, that's the thing about the city creeks in this location. Depends on which one you go into, you know? I mean, I know I don't hardly find anything out here really though, guys. I don't come out here that often though. That's a cool thing right there, man. Battery operated. I bet the little ancient ones, even if they were from like the 1600s and even 1700s, maybe 1880s, would like to have that in the woods or something like that. But I mean, I watch all these other YouTube videos. People cover places like Valdosta, the city creeks and other towns around GA. And the stuff that they find in the creeks, man, it just blows my mind. How come there's nothing like that out here, though? It's not like we're coming up to a stash with ancient Hutchison bottles, what they call those bottles. Look, that could be a cork top from like the 1910s. I want to know where all that stuff is, even though my focus is not really, it's not really stuff from that time period. You know what my time period is. Ancient times. But I still would like to know, how come we don't find that kind of stuff out here? We don't find a stash of marbles, like one every 5 inches from one another, from like the 1890s. Where is all that stuff out here? This is a major, major, major city. Thought I heard somebody talking. Look at all this. Look at all this opportunity. But everything out here is from like the 60s and 70s, maybe as early as the 50s, and that's about it, man. You might find a couple pieces from like the 30s. That's quite the washout. Well, I'm always whispering. I don't know, I just feel like being quiet. Study the earth. I swear. Some of the time you just gotta Rambo that thing. Oh man, I've got stuff wrapped around the neck. Man, people saw me out here, man. If they did see me out here, man, they would think I was crazy. Man, I'm covered like you would never believe. From head to toe, man. Nothing like adventure, man. Look at that. Look at that thing. I know you can laugh at my videos. I like acting in my videos. I'm a very good actor. Kind of. Ooh, oops. Up to the knee in the sand. Man, they're going to make it so perfect when it comes to the timing out here. Everything's like timed perfectly. Every little step I take that takes that extra second, the extra 10 seconds, is designed for timing to be so perfect because they know what the future holds. It could be an accident on the freeway that's going to happen at a certain time, you know. Oh, that's nothing. I thought that was a piece of a pod. Man. The comb over up in here, man. Imagine if you had a Imagine if you had a four-wheeler, man. Oh, dang, you're asking for it. Let me go ahead and keep going, man. This is taking too long just to find a few things. But I'm hoping for that one major thing. I know you probably saw it. Get a load of this thing right here. Looks like a cross is forming. And it's not even Sunday yet. Laws of nature formed a cross out here. Another one. I mean, not another one out here, but you know. What you know about that? It's almost like I'm always looking for the cross. Heck yeah, another epic find out here. At least I found one of these today. Is it plastic or cast iron? Not that it matters. It's a toy car. Well, it's plastic, but that's all right. The entire bottom is missing and everything else. Still a cool little find nonetheless. Like I said, if you saw this next to a dumpster in suburbia, if you found it in a shoebox in someone's garage, if you saw it at Goodwill in the gutter, wherever, behind the Walgreens, washed up from the road, you will never even consider taking it. But when you find it in nature, it makes everything more valuable, more interesting. Because nature itself is extremely valuable. Here we go again. It just got eerily quiet out here. Every time I get close to finding, I mean the energy, I'm talking mostly about the energy. Every time I feel like this like particular energy where it's like nothingness, it's almost like everything is frozen in time, everything just stopped. I mean before the sirens. Every time that happens, it's almost like there's something extremely ancient and ready to be recovered in a place. Old crock doesn't cut it. Maybe there's just something I need to take a look at. I know that angle of that sun is just killing it though. Oh, what kind of art does this have on it? Oh, that's kind of neat. Let's go ahead and collect that one. Everything looks better when it's wet. Brings out all the colors and contrast. Nothing but art so far. You're gonna say, liar? You got the soapstone shard piece. And the bubble wrap blade. Bubble wrap indeed. There's got to be something out here though, Major Man. I know, did I find anything? It's hard to find things in sand. You gotta wait for them to wash it down. Gonna take a couple of years to find the things that's under here. The heavier stuff, that is. Yeah, I think I'm done up in here. Oh, I never saw this one. I'm too concerned about, what the heck is that thing? 60s? Where's their face at? That ain't fair. Yeah, it's pulled up in here. You could tell there's things that are floating. It's probably deep all the way around on the curve. Gotta leave another stash behind, because I got some climbing to do at this late hour. Dang, man, look at all the tires out here. They all come from the elevated creek over the course of the last 85 years. We're going to be on the high side, so there's not going to be a way to get down. Man, just think, this place was filled up with water about 2 weeks ago. Two more to check. There's like 5 shoes out here, man. I mean, there's like 5 souls already out here. Old school for real. No, I'm not keeping it. I need something more ancient. All right, let me get to looking really, really, really quickly. Man, they lame for real. Lame, lame, lame. Bring me all the way out here for this, man. I see an edge on something, but I think it's completely busted. Dang, that would have been a beautiful scraper if it was intact. I think it is intact. It's not a knife or anything like that. It's a scraping device. Well, I guess that's going to be it in this zone. This was 5,000 years later. We wouldn't be saying that. I know you just saw it. I haven't even gone. I just stepped on this thing. I think I just found exactly what I'm supposed to find today. Fully intact, modern. But I recognize that any day of the week. Who doesn't when you watch my videos? Dang, that is one beautiful, fully intact object right there, man. Now I don't even know if it's worth it to keep on going after making this kind of discovery and recovery. All this way for this. The most intact thing out here today. Yeah, I'm asking for trouble, man. I am. When the sun gets behind the trees like that, and you're a very long way from your safety zone, it's a busted one. Sugar quartz, single-faced. Don't you know if that's a preform or not? Sorry about the shaky camera work. I'm trying to go. What the heck is that? Oh, it's a burned battery? I'll let you know if I spot anything else. Good run. Good run. In here. Oh, dang, Toro. Ow. I can't believe I'm doing this thing at this hour, man. Anything for ancient history. Oh, dang it. Alright. Dang, man. Oh, dang. I ain't got time to look. I ain't got time to look, man. Those high heels. It's part of an iron. See if this was June, mid-June. it would be like 8:25 right now. It's like 6:25. A bunch of City Creek artwork. Let's go ahead and take a look. A lot of it. Typical City Creek day out there today. I mean, look at this. It's almost to the point where it's ridiculous. I mean, look at the ridiculous metal stash. Check out that pile. Gaining it all back. Like I wish I could when it came to the hair, you know. Replenishing the stashes. After all the stuff that I used up last winter. During the artistic creation times. Going to have to wait a long while for things to dry out, though, in order for us to use it correctly for what it's supposed to be used for. But today was a weird day. I mean, it looks like the same old stuff we always find, right? Find and recover. Yeah. In many respects, it was definitely quite the day. Only found one sole of a shoe. Usually find at least 7 at a minimum. Some things we were praying that they were ancient, but they were not. They are just plastic knobs. Looking like sandstone or granite, ground down to make a Native American bead. And that is not the case. Yeah. Got some scary looking things up in here. You're probably going to say if that thing was still in the box brand new, it would probably be worth about $100. Probably not. I don't know my Star Wars, if that's what that is. Star Wars. You're going to say, look on the back. Well, to me, it looks like Star Wars. Probably the 2003 version. Around that time frame. Probably not from the 80s. Got these things over here. Cool little psychedelic thing right here. Got to be careful with it if I'm going to play around with it, you know, with the light. Stuff on the outside is rubbing off quite easily. Now that's quite the recovery. Really. Don't have much to say about it, but you already know I'm going to have to say a lot about it. It's all in my mind. Really, though. Yeah, weird day when it comes to some of the things up in here. I'll let you take a look at that later. A couple of things that you're not noticing. And that I only noticed when I was just setting out, you know. A lot of faces collected today. Some more attractive than others. Less scary, I should say. Some even without a face because they have a helmet on. And some faces that are just magnetized. This thing had so much Greek iron in it. It's almost like their face was a face of nature because it was filled up with iron. Cool. Got another domino. More of this stuff right here. An empty piggy bank. And of course, more than I kind of expected, really. But I was hoping it was going to be more, especially when it came to the good old soapstone. Look at that foundation on it. They've been pounding on that thing like you'll never believe 7,218 years ago. Probably only 3,446. Long time ago. Another ancient shard for the collection. Great find indeed. And then you got these things right here. And then you got the ones that, makes us believe that they're still out there making them. Rubbing things down, breaking things off. Still living it up. Surviving out there. Laws of nature make me just think that it's going to be the trees of life doing this thing. Trying to survive. But then you got this thing here. Don't know if it's just a piece of earth. Or what else? I don't know. Can't do a strength test on it. I know professionals could probably figure out if this is just clay soils that you can see right through. Or if it's something else. Probably just clay soils. The inside just hollowed out over time. Yeah. And then you got this right here. Check this thing out. I found something later on. It'll blow your mind for real like it did mine. I know the front wheel is busted off, but I kind of found a spare tire with gold rim on it, with a gold rim on it. Look at this thing right here. Came off a different toy. Got the gold rim on that thing. There's a replacement, man. I know that's the thing, though. It's not like... They don't match, of course. The tread doesn't match. Nothing matches. But it is quite the spare. That's crazy, though. Things that we come across. And then this thing over here, you'll never see it. Get a load of this thing right here, though. Oh, boy. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's just what my mind sees. And this is probably one of the best examples that I have ever come across. Talk about being right in front of your face. This little piece right here, I don't know if it's just dry paint or what. Some kind of material, building material, whatever. Reddish brown. But when it fell out of the bag, my eyes were immediately drawn to something. How could this ever be? I mean, it's almost like a portrait. It's so perfect. Kind of like a side profile, 3/4 profile. You got the nose right there. You got their right nostril. Well, there's the bottom of the nostril, but there's the extension of it. There's their left eye, there's their right eye. And they have a great big mustache right here. I mean, look at that. How scary. It was the very first thing that I saw when it flipped out of the bag. I actually thought it was part of like some kind of plaque. Some kind of flattened figurine thing. that you hang on the wall. And it was just like a 3D kind of thing, you know? That's what I first thought it was. Another face to hang on to that was created by, let's not say accident, because everything is for a reason. That's just how it works out. Crazy. Wonder who that is, though. I don't know. I'll just have to put it to my special stash. Weird how that is created like that. Hope you enjoyed that beautiful day out there. Fall is setting in, and things are settling in the bags, the pockets, the studio. Hopefully it's going to be more of this stuff right here later on in all the places that we cover. Really. Quite the day indeed. See you later.